Yo, Khujoe, man. I just sent my wife a meme. Uh, basically, um, I was messing with her about. I find it here. I sent her a meme saying that my wife puts groceries on the conveyor belt like they might be an award for the most organized, and she sent me back a beautiful picture of her flipping me off. So that's a sign of love in my view. But that meme is right, man. Anybody who sit up there and try to organize, just put that shit up there so they can
No,
bag it
no,
so we can
no,
get up
no,
out of
no,
here.
no, 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 no. See, that's the problem. Like, who unloads the groceries when you get home?
I mean, we all gotta. What
Yeah,
difference
okay,
does it make?
whatever. That means that your wife does it, okay? Nothing's more
Yeah.
irritating and kind of like not, first of all, things go together a certain way. And like, we used to teach baggers how to do that. But if you don't put it in like the special order, like all the box stuff together, all the vegetables, and you end up with like squished stuff, that's time for that. Costs too much. So put all your fresh stuff first, then all of your aisle stuff, box stuff, cereal, whatever else, then put your juice stuff. Everybody knows that.
Are we
16.
serious right
Yeah.
now?
There's two types of people in this world. There's the people that organize their groceries on the belt, and then there's people who thrive in chaos. And
16 thrives
gotta
in
organ
chaos is what you're saying.
you gotta organize that belt, man.
Absolutely.
You can't send down ground beef and then deodorant and then dog food and then
Right.
wet wipes and
Exactly,
then
like you keep
corn
exactly.
and then a banana and then Clorox and then like nah, man.
Wait, okay. So I'm getting a vibe here. So this isn't just Khujoe or Diva organizing the belt. You organize the cart, don't you? You two psychos. You sit there and you put things in sections. I was about to say.
No, you don't. No, only small
No,
stuff
no, no.
goes up top.
If you organize the belt, you don't have to organize the cart.
Exactly.
You talking
'Cause,
about
like-
he's
like, I
asking,
put,
do
like-
we organize the cart prior to putting it on the belt? Like as you walk around the store.
Yeah.
No, like
No.
you it's like a scavenger hunt. You like find all the like items. So like for me,
Correct.
I let like all the juices and all the canned sodas and all that stuff go first.
Yeah.
That way I put it in the cart first, and then I put all like the stuff that might get squished in the front.
So wait a minute. Am I in the minority here where I'm like, to hell with that, man. Put that stuff up in there. Let them bag it.
You are in the
So
minority
16,
like,
you have the
like
you have the dish
Filipinos at
soap
the BET Awards.
with your liter of Pepsi, and then you have your ground meat with your bottle of juice. Like you got the toothpaste with your eggs.
You put your ground beef next to your Clorox and your deodorant.
So now all your shit's contaminated. It's just horrible. It's just a mess.
We're doing a real damning view of people who are doing their job, where the guy who's bagging is like, Clorox, turkey meat, sure, they go together. Put them in there.
See, no
problem.
It's about efficiency. You're relying on that one person to do all that. That's
right.
Great. That is their job. But if you can make them more efficient by sending it down orderly, then you get out of there faster.
You really do, because it makes it easier for them to bag everything together. If they've got to
wait,
they'll like scan stuff, but when they know it's not supposed to be bagged together, then they leave that stuff out and wait
until
for more light items
come
for them to put it in the same bag. That's irritating for everybody.
The worst thing to see is the belt keep rolling, and they just leave that one thing just constantly rolling on the belt while they're waiting for the other like stuff to come through.
That is or they just put it to the left of them and it doesn't make the bag.
Yeah, they just sit it in that
just sitting
spot,
there.
And like, what are you about to do with that?
Exactly. It's just better to organize it for everybody. Come on. Look at 16 with his mouth open, like what? Who knew that?
His mind is blown right now.
So you put like refrigerated stuff with dry stuff?
No, I just put it up there like it's in there.
He got his bag of lettuce next to his 12
You gotta
pack of
have
Coca-Cola.
your refrigerated stuff together, and then the stuff that can wait in a different section. Because when you go to put the groceries up, you want to make sure all the refrigerated stuff is together, so you can just open the door one time and get everything in there.
It literally is about efficiency from end to end. It's about scanning things more efficiently, bagging things more efficiently, and then unpacking more efficiently when you get home.
Exactly.
M16 likes to waste time. That's what that is.
No, wasting time
he's
is
blessed with helpers.
No, wasting time is like, okay, this goes with this, and it's just put it up there. You the people that be
but
holding up the
you
line.
be making short grocery trips, so that's why you don't give a fuck.
He don't grocery shop because
Yeah, he picks up stuff for like the day or two. That's why you don't give a fuck.
Because if
Well,
you grocery shop and you have to put it up and you got to turn around and cook, boy, you would not be doing that.
I wholesale shop just like EZ does, but even if you're making a long grocery trip, okay, maybe I need a refresher on my way of looking at things, because I'm like, what a waste of time to sit up there and organize stuff as you putting it up there. Put the damn thing on the belt.
Well, if you mostly go to Costco, they're gonna organize it for you.
Exactly.
Now, does the organization part of it?
But you gotta think, okay, what's your local grocery store that you go to?
That's closest to me?
Yeah, like what?
Publix is closest to me. Publix.
Okay. So for the most part, Publix is a more specialty grocery store. They pretty much guarantee you have a cashier and someone to bag the groceries. Right. If you just so happen to go to like a Kroger or Ingles or hell, a Walmart or somewhere like that, it's solo dolo. So it's either you by yourself or it's going to be just the cashier doing double duty. So that means that there is no one really to help the cashier out to really organize everything and make the process go faster. They're trying to scan your stuff, make sure the price is right, organize it so they can bag it. Like, that's so irritating. You'll cut your cashier time in half, I promise, if you just organize your stuff as you put it up there. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? You're not doing nothing else.
I don't understand how this doesn't make sense.
No,
like you don't agree?
He don't have to.
Because
16, you literally diagnose and analyze every little thing, and you don't organize your groceries when you're checking out.
No, I just find it to be an incredible waste of time. Just put the shit up
God
there.
forbid somebody does 100th selfie or something, but they cannot, if they don't organize their groceries, you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's not to me, I'm ready to get out of there, man. So when I see my wife up there, okay, this with this, I'm like, we really doing this? And then don't let somebody be in front of us that agrees with that. Like, oh, I like to do that too. Oh, you too? Yeah, I like doing it. And I'm like, oh my God, just put it up there, man. I want to leave.
You know, you could go sit in the car, right? You know, you could go pull the car around to the front, right? So she doesn't even have to walk through the parking lot. You know, you could do that with yourself instead of sitting there at the register throwing a tantrum like the 16-year-old you look like. You could not do that.
I don't throw a tantrum.
Did she just say you look 16?
Like 16. I wasn't throwing a tantrum. I mean, I'm just like, you know.
Why do you have to organize it like that? I'm ready to go. I don't want to be here anymore.
Or you could, help.
I do help.
That's an option.
You could help.
So how does 16 assist in the conveyor belt process? Because you're not organizing the stuff. So are you handing it to her to organize?
No,
or are you
I'm doing that. I'm
in the cart?
I'm doing it because I know if she does it, it's gonna be the Khujoe, Diva, easy way of meticulously putting things.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not a slow process. Like, you're grabbing stuff
really
and putting it on the belt. It's just you're reaching for something else first. You're not just randomly
all the
grabbing
like items are on the like you're grabbing them at the same time. It's not like you went get a 12-pack and then you went go get some meat and then you went go get water. Like, usually they're all on the same aisle. So you would think they're all together in your cart anyway.
I'm gonna take you guys' suggestions. So the next time we're on a store run, I'm gonna try the organization part. And it
literally is just as you're reaching in the cart, don't just grab the very next thing. Just reach for something that's a like item. Like
so I'm putting the milk up there.
The speed should be the same.
Right. Like if you're grabbing the milk, you want to grab
the juice.
The juice. You want to grab the liter.
It's very simple. You have children. You remember when you taught them the sorting game? That's all you're doing. You're looking for like items through the sorting game. Oh, all your cold juice items, they go up there. All your fruits and vegetables, they go up there. Your breads, they go up there. See, just like that. And it goes really quick because you know what you bought. Quick.
So, okay. Follow-up question. When you grocery shop, do you go by aisle or do you go by whatever is on your list in whatever order?
By aisle.
By aisle.
All right.
Because
Yeah.
because you usually, like, if you're a regular at your store, you know what's on what, so
Yeah.
you've done your list based on how you go up and down the aisle.
So if that makes sense to you, then putting it on the belt in order should also make sense to you.
Well,
Well, it should
doesn't.
already be organized in the cart. Like, that's
Right.
the part I'm trying
Now,
to get
okay,
to.
now
Like,
look, now I will give
if you
them the
getting
benefit
cereal
of
and
the doubt
oatmeal, they
because
should be together anyway. They're on the same aisle.
because everything on every aisle ain't always the same. Because you can have pasta, rice, and pasta sauce all on the same aisle. So, you know, you got boxed pasta sauce with a glass bottle. I wouldn't put those two together necessarily.
No,
You know what I'm
but
saying? But those are on the same aisle. So I give them the benefit of the doubt that everything on the same aisle ain't always like items. But it doesn't take
a good majority of things.
good.
Like the
Especially
only thing I can
produce.
think of, like produce. The only thing I can't think of that wouldn't be together is like bread, milk, eggs, that kind of stuff. Like usually they put bread and eggs together, but those aren't on the same aisle.
Nor should they be
So-
put together. I don't even understand
Nah,
that.
I don't do that either. Put my eggs separate and
Well,
my
they
bread
could
separate.
be the more
Well, no, you put the
gentle
eggs on the
stuff.
bottom, then you put the loaf of
bread on top. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, you could. I don't even put
do
them
that.
in the same bag, but you know, that's just me.
Right. Yeah, I don't do that.
But now I see how y'all are brothers because y'all both did the same thing at the same time. You know, that's how y'all do it.
Nah.
Wait, hold
Eggs
on.
on the
I'm
bottom, bread
confused.
on
Well, I'm
top.
confused now. I have a follow-up question. What's wrong with those being together?
Well,
Y'all made that sound like taboo.
Well, two things. I don't want there to be a chance that the bread is weighted at any point from the bottom or from the top.
Yeah.
And also the eggs are probably gonna be cold, so I mean the bottom of your bread is gonna be cold.
I mean,
I don't put
the
my
eggs
bread in
are
the
heavier
refrigerator.
than the bread. I'm confused.
I'm saying anything can happen when you're driving. I mean, if you put them in the back seat, they
Yeah.
could slide, and then now your bread is on the
Yeah,
side.
God forbid the eggs crack or something and they leak. I
Yeah,
don't
but you
want to
put
have
the
to
you
clean
put the
that
eggs
off
and
the
bread
bread.
on the car seat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So if you put
Yeah,
if you got
yeah.
it stacked like this and it's sitting in your back seat or on your front seat or on the floor, and you make a hard turn, now it's because the bag is only so big, you got it squeezed in there pretty tight. So now the bread is going to slide forward, and then the next slide you're going to do, the eggs are going to slide up to the bread.
Yeah, because
it's
eggs are
being
just
cautious.
heavy.
It's just
Yeah, you're
it's
just
just an
extra.
extra caution.
I have never had either of them damaged to the point where I think through that like that. So it sounds like y'all have had some traumatic experiences.
I mean, a lot of stuff happens
No,
when you're
just
driving.
extra cautious. I
Yeah,
mean,
that too. Now I have had like my wing sauce spill out of my wing bag, or like the fries at the top kind of tilt over inside the wing bag, which is also not great. But same philosophy. You know, anything can slide when it's pretty top heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody likes when you get Jamaican food or Chinese food and the sauce comes out the side of the box.
There you go. See, yeah,
irritating. And I'm like, oh my God, I try to be so extra careful. And I'm like,
you mean extra careful from the 1,000,000 miles an hour you drive on a normal basis versus what on outside of that?
Oh, you hush your mouth. I haven't had a speeding ticket in God knows when. I drive way slower now.
Hey, no, in this city, that's an accomplishment because the Georgia State Patrol be everywhere.
Listen, I've learned their ways. I'm pretty good at knowing exactly where they're going to be, and I just drive accordingly.
The trick is don't speed unless somebody else is also speeding. You get behind that person.
Yeah,
you just can't be by yourself speeding. That's when they get you. When you're leading the pack and you're speeding, then that's when you get caught.
And then you just need to have an 18-wheeler on your right side, because if they're depending on what interstate, that's how you know if they're going to be on the left or the right.
Yeah.
And then they can't come for you because there's nowhere for them to be. So it's a science to it. Just it's a science. How did we get so far off in the whole beginning? Like,
I have no idea how we.
Well, 16 called you out for your bad driving habits, and then
there you go.
Oh no! He didn't say I was bad. He just said I drove fast.
No,
there's a difference.
Diva's she's not a bad driver. She's just
not a reckless driver.
She's just a NASCAR driver in training. That's all.
So get somewhere fast.
So that basically means bad without saying bad.
No, she's
I've
not a
never
bad
had
driver.
an accident.
You literally just said that she's a NASCAR driver in training.
Yeah,
Driving fast does not mean driving reckless. I mean, I've never hit anybody.
But NASCAR though?
Well, yeah, NASCAR drivers drive fast.
He's
That's
exaggerating. I never drive fast.
Yeah, I just don't be near, when it's time to get off work. Don't be near Diva because she peeling out that parking lot and she gone.
If you ain't first, you last.
That's right. So I guess it's the same goes with the conveyor belt when you putting your groceries up there. That if you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I guarantee I'll get out quicker organizing mine than you would.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it next time I'm in there, and I'm gonna try my hardest not to, go against that and see if it changes the efficiency about it. And I'll come back on the show and I will, report back like, hey, you know what, you guys are right. Or I'll be like, it's stupid. I told you it was stupid. I felt stupid doing it.
Only way that would work is if you did it wrong. I promise if you do it right,
we're gonna be right because you're like
you should record. You should record the process.
Stuff like it is anyway. Yeah, you should. I was gonna say that. Plus, a little smidge of you is OCD anyway, so that little OCD part of you is gonna get excited.
It will really enjoy that. It feels good.
Yeah, it feels really good to your OCD side.
But have the missus record so that we know that you're doing it properly, and then we'll post that to the It's the Radio Instagram story. There you go.
And or allow her to just say, I told you so. Yeah, live would be great.
Either or.
Yeah.
But
no editing. And we're all gonna get the notification so we can in real time make jokes.
I mean, but y'all will do that regardless. But
but it's so much fun, if she can read them to you
But I'm willing to give that a shot. Y'all know my weakness. I pretty much do anything for show purposes. So yeah. So that's happening.
Are you saying you're a show whore? Is that what you're saying? Is that what I'm hearing? You're a show whore.
Hey, I mean, look, you could also start on OnlyFans.
So I can work my way through college.
So you can call it it's the radio show OnlyFans page.
After hours.
There you go. Radio show after dark.
That's gonna be
16. You could do a radio version of the silhouette challenge.
That's gonna be such a flop. Nobody literally.
You can do the silhouette. You can do the silhouette challenge with your Saints jersey and your hat.
I would love to do that, but I am so TikTok illiterate. It doesn't make any sense. I'm seriously considering.
People are doing it on Instagram, cousin. So
yeah.
Well, they're doing it on TikTok and then loading it to Instagram. Unless there's a way to do it directly from Instagram, I don't know.
What is it with these? As usual, with this show, we
don't ask. You're old. I already know. Are you gonna ask what's the deal with these challenges?
Yes.
That you're old, man. You don't get it. It's not for you. You're old. Don't worry about it.
Right. Don't worry about it.
But see, I come from this idea that
only cool people do challenges.
But this is what I'm saying. Where I come from, the word challenge leads to something. Meaning, if I do it and I accomplish it, I get something. Not just because, hey, everybody's participating in this challenge. Let's do it.
You get likes.
You do. You get likes, and you get, and then it pushes your story up because it's something that's already trending. So if you're a person who makes a living on social media and that's how you get your money, your endorsements, your sponsorship, then you're gonna do these things because that's what's trending. You're gonna stay in the know.
Yeah, y'all stole my thunder. I was gonna talk about that later on random, but
Aw.
Sorry.
You can go into more details.
They got challenge. They got all kind of challenges. The one that needs to stop is the then and now challenge because nothing's changed with some of y'all. Y'all need to stop.
I actually broke down and did that challenge because I was like, well, I mean, why not? I really don't do challenges, but
now Facebook's got it all sophisticated. Like if you use the hashtag, you hit try it and then it blows up the filter for you and all that other stuff.
Well, I can appreciate what Diva did is that with some of these people, they got a picture from last week and then they got a picture from a few days ago.
I will say I've seen people, pulling out high school to now, baby picture to now. But apparently now if you start a challenge and you have a hashtag, Facebook's got the little thing that says try it. Like there's the
and then it's like 1.8 million people have done this challenge.
Yeah, or
I am like
29,000.
Is anyone else kind of like a conspiracist with this? Because I really don't do a lot of stuff because I feel like they create these challenges to one, collect information.
Oh no,
like
Diva, please pictures. Stop. Don't please. Where it's like, glad y'all participated in that challenge so the IRS know how many dependents you're claiming with your kids. Like, come on now. Come on.
No,
next thing you know, you're gonna be talking about Tropicana having placenta in the juice, you know.
Now like, there is a social media division of I think the FBI and the CIA. There's a meme, that's like a meme division of these federal entities. And I mean, it's not far-fetched. I'm not saying I believe it, but it's not crazy because they say every tweet is stored in the Library of Congress is like on their servers.
I mean, dude, they literally do, and I know this for a fact. Collect our text messages and hold them for like 5 years before.
But this is the thing that I'm trying to get across is that people say, well, you know, this is how they collecting information. If the government want to get information on you, they don't need to use Facebook. They can just get it. So you posting a picture of you.
It's additional.
No. And I'm going to tell you this from working in a law firm. No, they cannot. The untraceable stuff or the stuff that's more difficult to find, they do heavily in the legal industry use Facebook and Instagram because it's real-time movement, whereas they're not going to put boots on the ground to find out some of this stuff, but people offer a lot of additional information that can be used in a court of law for people. And say, for instance, when people really can't find you, they can track your patterns through this. People can't always track your patterns with certain things are not reliable or in real time. So some stuff requires a subpoena that takes time and it takes money.
I was just about to say they got a subpoena for certain information.
Exactly. So, but if you offer it up on social media, they just go to the platform for free. Yeah. So, yeah.
I think that's how the whipping Nene guy got arrested.
What?
Nah, he just got caught on camera shooting somebody in the face. So, you know, it is what it is.
How you go from rapping a kid's song and becoming like a
I had no
all
idea
the kids
that
love you, and then you're black hacking your cousin in the face.
It all.
Oh, that's the what is his name? Salito.
Salento.
Whipping Nene.
Salento. Yeah. I just saw that. Like, how do you shoot your cut? Well, you know, people.
It all went downhill for him when his booty hole hit.
How do you have kindergartners singing along to your song, and then shoot your cousin in the face? You're supposed to be an idol to the children.
Yeah, he died. That's murder.
Oh yeah. He got charged with murder.
He's going away for a while. Which I mean,
and you know that's like a dumb question, but like every time I think somebody who gets shot in the face dies, they actually survive.
Right.
And the people who
it like goes through the cheek or something like that.
Yeah, like it's a weird kind of the way they got shot in the face. So I mean, it's worth it.
Yeah, well. The homie can dance, but he can also shoot a gun. So yeah.
God dang. So this is what's unfortunate. You have all these rappers and other dudes who about the life and about this thug life and street life. This guy was a very happy-go-lucky dude, but he was very much about that life.
I mean, just because he made that one song, don't mean he was happy-go-lucky. That just happened to be the song.
I'm not saying happy-go-lucky,
but that's what I'm saying. I think because the song was like so like kid.
Well, okay.
It's like the damn Coco Melon. Like when kids heard that song, they automatically like just started dancing.
I think it turned into that. I don't know that he necessarily like I'm gonna make a kid song. No. He didn't make a kid song. It just turned into.
No, I think kids just caught on to it, and then it was word friendly, so he just branded.
Well, people our age definitely wouldn't. I don't know what he thought, but I don't know what he thought originally.
It definitely caught on with
them checks cash
the older crowd first, and then it turned into a kids thing.
Yeah, them checks was real grown, right?
Them 16? Checks cash, yeah. So that's probably what he was concerned with.
Let's see how much he was worth. Let's see how much those checks really cash.
With research,
I always wanted to look up I always wanted to look up how much these one hit wonders.
Yeah, mate.
One website is saying $5 million.
He made pretty good money.
It went for a while.
Off of one song? That's
No, it's possible. Chameleonaire made enough to set himself up for life based on riding dirty just off the ringtone.
Hold on, Chameleonaire. I was about to say Chameleonaire.
Oh no, Chameleonaire
is not
rich.
Chameleonaire is not a one-hit wonder. He made some other songs.
Name them.
One album wonder.
I knew you was gonna do that shit.
Not that,
yeah,
not
like
that,
a one album wonder.
And not the song with Sierra.
Wait, which one?
What, he had Riding Dirty?
I'm always, that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying I'm always gonna ask you to name him when you talk about a guy that or somebody that we've known for one song. You're like, oh, he got plenty hits.
Dirty. He had Turn It Up with Lil Flip.
How it go?
What? Turn It Up? I'm
it's a hit, ain't it?
How to get your shine on. Some playing my song. Everybody keep on calling my phone.
Oh yeah. Songs.
And then he had that song with what's that old school rapper? Something Ricky. God, I can't think of his name.
Pretty Ricky?
Not Pretty Ricky.
Ricky Ross?
No, not Ricky Rose.
Ricky Rose. I can't stand him, by the way. I keep finding out things about him, and I like
Slick Ricky.
Slick Rick. There we go. He had a song. It was like,
he don't know who Slick Rick is, man. I give him that.
Something like that.
You don't. Wait a minute. Come on, man. We not that much. I'm not that much older than you. You don't know who Slick Rick is?
I know who he is. I forgot his name. Like,
wow. Okay.
You know what? I thought about Slick Rick, but I was like, yeah, that doesn't fit.
Hold on now. Now we talking about one hit wonders. Name another Slick Rick song besides the This Is How We Do It Be. I forget the name of the song already. The Storytime song.
That ain't the Storytime song. Yeah, there you go. By the way, Chameleonaire is worth $50 million.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. Chameleonaire is different rich because he started investing in tech and stuff like
that. He got out when the time was right. He doesn't care whether or not you bump his songs or not.
But I have an idea, and this is housekeeping on the show. I think we should do a special show about one-hit wonders who are actually famous, or continued their wealth outside of what they originally started in the industry. Because there's a lot of people like Soulja Boy and Chameleonaire who are filthy rich, but not off of music.
Any excuse to talk music, you don't have to twist nobody's arm on this show to dive into that.
But I think it would be great just to show the diversity, because we always talk about how people in the music industry grow broke and lose their money, but we should highlight the ones who figured out, let me get paid off of this. And what's the other dude name?
Not Akon.
Lil Jon. Akon and Lil Jon. I mean, both of them.
Wait, Akon and Lil Jon for what?
How they have amassed how they've amassed a huge amount of wealth.
Akon,
that dude is a
has Akon done the verses yet? I know 60 was saying
we're not talking about them as one-hit wonders, though, right?
They're not necessarily one-hit wonders. It's kind of you've got people who either are still in the music game or got in and kind of got out. They was around. I ain't gonna call you a one-hit wonder if you just had one thing, but let's say their career in the music industry was less than 5 years. I think Akon had the most solid 6-year run you'll ever see, and he got out.
Lil Jon had a decade and a half. Lil Jon came out in 94.
Yeah, but how did Lil Jon really evolve past type of genre of music?
The first couple songs he came out with didn't sound like that. He had I Like Them Girls. I like them girls with the big butts. That was Lil Jon. That didn't sound like his later stuff. And then he came out with the the crunk sound and the and the ad libs and stuff. But quite a few, man.
God damn.
Yeah.
Chameleonaire invested in an app that sold for $1 billion.
I told you that boy got different money, man. He is.
It's funny that it came up because I think he had courtside seats to a Warriors game during the finals, and everybody was on Twitter man, how that nigga can afford courtside seats? He don't even make music no more.
I was gonna say that's talk of this dude is whacked and he ain't been around for years. How he still got money, and honestly, if he's making that much money, he doesn't care what you thought of his music. He got $50 million in the bank. He does not care.
Which is we're not used to seeing smart investments from rappers. So for rappers to still have money, it sounds, you know what I'm saying? It's a foreign concept to us because we used to all niggas blowing money.
His hot period was 15 years ago. So you figure, he's performing at a fair at an Olive Garden or something.
That shit was 15 years ago.
I didn't like him.
When did Riding Dirty come out?
I didn't like that
2006.
Guy, he was bad. It
was 06.
He was corny. Damn. He was just all kinds of.
Yeah, it wasn't any good. It wasn't even that good for the time. It just was catchy and it just fit in at that point. But
he definitely caught on to that Houston wave. He definitely caught on.
Yeah. For sure.
They had a nice little run. You talk about the Mike Jones Swisher House.
Yeah, I always refer back
an era.
to MTV did like this expose kind of thing with Sway where he went to Houston and he was talking he said something to the effect when it started. He was like, Houston, the new hip hop capital of the world. And I'm like, slow down there, Sway. Let's
from 04 to
exactly
2008.
No, like let's go 04 to about 05 and they had
04 to the summer of 04.
No, because Mike Jones was hot in the summer of 05.
Like middle school, high school for me. So it was definitely like 04 to 08 because that's when Mike Jones was like done.
Nah.
I give it a year.
We can agree.
They were still around. I wouldn't say they were on top when they came.
When nobody listening to Paul Wall at that point.
Nah,
man, hold on. I gotta.
They definitely wasn't on top for that long. It was like a good.
I wouldn't say on top, but like it was an
like
era.
Slim Thug.
But I'm saying
Mike Jones
to be called the new hip hop capital of the world. You had like a summer and a half.
Hold on, I know the Atlanta folks get mad when people try to hold on.
No, because you're not gonna take.
I'm not saying Houston was the capital. I'm just saying that they had an era that lasted from 04 to 08.
The run was not that long. It was very short.
Way too much credit. Yeah,
it was very short.
If I'm being lenient, I'm gonna go with M16 and say 04 to 05. I'm gonna say that's about the end of it.
So we can go from the spring of 04 to the fall of 05. By the fall of 05, it was kind of starting
still making songs past that.
Yeah, but I mean,
like good songs. I'm not talking about like.
Then the era's over.
Hits the Billboard.
Because
I mean, they were still doing features because Paul Wall showed up on Kanye's Ride Slow Drive Slow.
Yeah.
He was on some of DJ Khaled stuff. Mike Jones had a slight little hit when he tried to come back after he was skinny and stuff like that. But that era didn't last.
That's why I'm saying, because after Mike Jones came out with that last album, that's what I was saying that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Because he still had some song. Because he had Drop and Give Me 50. That wasn't no damn 05. That had to be 07, 08.
Yeah, but when nobody. Okay. Also, another thing too, and Khujoe and I talk about this all the time about stuff in the 90s, but it fits in a lot in hip hop. Go back and listen to anything that was coming out of, like you talking about Mike Jones and all them. Try and listen to that today and just.
Some of them.
I was about to say it's not terrible.
Still sound kind of.
I don't know where you're going with that.
Everything, but I mean,
it's not terrible.
Well,
you can still listen to that.
Still tipping is still cool, but I'm saying some of the
tipping still right.
Yeah.
Mike Jones, the one and only. You can't clone. We got a lot of haters and a lot of homies, some friends and some.
Diva, you on mute?
You on mute?
Diva, did you mute yourself? She muted herself.
You on mute?
You're muted.
You on mute? Still on mute? Still on mute?
I think she muted her phone or her tablet.
Uh-oh.
This is hilarious. I'm keeping all this in.
Try to disconnect. Try to disconnect and come back.
That era was so short it cut Diva off.
Hey, so okay, let's keep talking about hip hop. I like this.
Why I had to get the finger? Why was that necessary? Oh, she don't like it because she can't talk back right now. So that's the only thing she could do is give us the finger.
Hey, you know what you ought to do? You ought to kick her out.
Do it and see what happens.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to reconnect my my earpieces.
What brand is that?
J-Lab.
Don't go
probably.
there.
Who?
My J-Labs. I stopped using my what is those little things? The
AirPods?
Yeah, I started using my AirPods because it was just
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hold on. Let's 16 intervene here. You don't have an iPhone, so you don't have AirPods. Those are something else. but they on AirPods.
I do have AirPods.
They go with an Android.
Yeah,
They
can.
Yeah, I mean, you can
any phone.
look. You can wear Adidas pants with Nike shoes.
Yeah, but what is that? Yeah, but no,
Whatever.
these JLab. I bought these at the suggestion of Diva, and they are excellent. And you're like, well, why are you not using them right now? Because they're charging, but they're excellent.
JLab.
I don't know, but they work great. See,
yeah, they work good. Though.
These are my AirPods, and they're from Apple. They say Apple on the back.
Are those like the first version?
Huh?
Are those like the original ones?
I thought he said the French version.
I
don't know why I heard that.
Oh no.
Now we can hear echo. All right, but look, okay, so on the topic of hip hop, I would like to dive into this a little bit if you guys will indulge me. What other cities can you think of that had a run or an era?
NOLA. You knew I was gonna be a homer. Sure. No.
Okay. Now, how long was that run?
Now wait, hold on. Now let's define what we classify as a run, because it can't be just one group or one clique.
Well, no Limit and
Cash Money both had extended runs
at the same time.
Damn near intersected.
Well, it was like No Limit, and then
it's like No Limit was on a slow down, and Cash Money was coming.
I want to say that was a good. I want to say that was a good 4 years in between when No Limit started trailing off and when Cash Money.
Nah, because it was like what 97, 98,
and then Cash Money came up for the 99 and 2000.
Yeah, but
so probably like a year.
Well, I would say that No Limit's run of going in an upward trajectory, not to where they were going to get. It started in 95, late 95. And then the apex of Master P was, let's say, the summer and fall of 97.
Yeah, I was about to say 97, yeah.
Yep. And then he hit his absolute end of the peak summer 98. After summer 98, it started kind of going downward. But
yeah, there was probably like a 1 year high.
What came out summer 98?
Well, The Last Don did.
And what single was on that?
Was it like Make 'Em Say and yeah.
Was on The Last Don?
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, I guess. Because that was their last hit.
Yeah. So we can say that Master P had a good solid 3 year run. Right. Solid 3 year run.
I give y'all that. I will give you that.
And I would argue Cash Money took it all the way to 2006, 7. And then Wayne really started pushing the Young Money thing, but I wouldn't consider that a NOLA thing at that point because he wasn't.
Okay, so what are we talking about? 2006 up to 2006 and 7. Who we talking about?
Well, the Carter 2, because that came out 05.
All right, but I'm saying besides like Wayne, who else in Cash Money?
Well, Birdman was making albums and stuff.
I hope that ain't your saving grace. I hope Birdman.
No, I'm just trying to think of some other people with Cash Money.
But cause like Big Timers had their thing in like 03, 04, right?
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
Well, with Soulja Slim, Juvenile. Yeah.
Well, Soulja Slim never really got his run. He died
after he died.
Yeah.
Now he was big in
BG.
New Orleans.
He was big in
Fresh. Yeah. Hello.
Soulja Slim felt like the next big person to blow. Because we knew about him beforehand. It was like, okay, shit, he finally getting his shine. And then he died. And it was like kind of, that was the end of that.
Yeah.
That really sucks when that happens.
I give y'all to about 03, 04.
Nah, you gotta give it at least to the Carter 2.
Because I don't even want to say that was more. I don't want to say that was necessarily New Orleans. I mean, yeah, Wayne is from there, but that's
what I'm saying. He really started pushing Young Money like 07, 08 when the Carter 3 was coming out, and he was just starting to feature like Drake and Nicki Minaj like 09, 2010.
I'm definitely like 2010. There wasn't anybody else besides Wayne.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's like I said earlier. That's what I was trying to ask 16 when he thought it began with No Limit. And I was trying to say the ending was like 05, 06 of just like straight NOLA vibes. And when Wayne just kind of went to the straying away from the boot and,
Yeah,
having his
you don't even
money.
think of him with Nola. So I'm guessing Khujoe, with you bringing up that question, that you probably would swing it, and Diva probably would too, where you swing it to the run that Atlanta had when it came to that, because it's different ways you can
run.
But I'm saying, like, you could really chop that up into different sections when you start talking about Atlanta music, because there's so many different ones.
Yeah,
because you like.
I mean, we won't get into that. Everybody, it's gone without it. It's an unspoken. It's kind of a given that we've had the longest run, so we don't even have to get into Atlanta.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I was definitely gonna give props there. I was gonna say Atlanta. If somebody was holding the championship belt right now, it's definitely Atlanta. And Atlanta's probably been holding it for like a good half decade. Probably a good
for sure.
No.
Well,
They're working on about 30. They're working on about.
Please.
They're working on about 30.
2005.
No, they're working on about 30 years of.
Yeah.
If you really want to break it down,
I will say the upward trajectory started 2004, 2005. So it started
as far as what, Khujoe, like as far as like an extended run of
like the Jeezy, Gucci
like mainstream, and then extended runs, like where it was just everybody you heard on the radio was Atlanta.
Yeah,
so like it started.
I think T.I. had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, so I think
but
so
that's
too.
What I'm saying.
So it was Jeezy, T.I., Gucci, and then from there, that's when the dance craze started. So the Snap Your Fingers and all that shit took off.
Yeah,
and then from there, it just didn't stop.
To be honest, those three probably overshadowed the DJ Unks of the world and all those people that were making the dance songs.
I don't know. I actually think that without the dance craze, we wouldn't have got that exposure to have such a long run. Not saying that we wouldn't have artists coming out.
No, but it helped because there was an era that dance was lost.
That was it.
You know what I'm saying?
It was, if you weren't coming out with a dance track, then wasn't nobody playing your shit. Like that was.
No, I think it
T.I.
helped.
came out with Shoulder Lean.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Young Dro and the whole.
Sorry, Young Dro. Yeah.
What was Tip's group?
Because
PSC.
Yeah, because I was gonna say T.I. and like, or you take like Jeezy. I mean, for him, like we talked about this on the show before. Like starting with that spring summer of 05. I mean, Jeezy had a run in between then where it's like, if you look at that point in time where if you were coming up then out of high school and growing up, a lot of his shit is like the soundtrack to what you was going through or dealing with at that time.
To this day.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me give Young Jock his due, because he was probably the hottest out of all of them at that point.
No.
No.
Not the hottest.
As a kid that was in school, man, y'all just going straight for the head.
I will give you this. Jock
had his lane. Like,
that's what I'm saying. In middle school, remember, Easy is talking from a middle school perspective. Young Jock was the king at that point because he had Going Down. He had all these other songs. That's all I'm saying.
Jock had like he was okay, so like some of his underground stuff that never really made it. So like what was that song? Price Tag on Your Head, where he stole the Got No White, but the White With My Girlfriend beat from Shawty Low. That kind of became his song because everybody liked kind of what he did with that. And then he had his Going Down. He had anyway, so he had a bunch of stuff, but I don't think he ever got to the point where he was mentioned in conversations with Jeezy and like T.I. and stuff like ATLD said.
Maybe in the city, but I'm just telling you from somebody that was not living here.
Gotcha.
That was listening to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that's the point we're trying to make. Without Young Jock and the little motorcycle is going down. That was further kind of.
Yeah, but even not his songs, his features. He was on some really hot songs.
Yeah, Gorilla Zoe?
Gorilla Zoe. You had Buy You a Drink with T-Pain. Like there was a lot of songs that he was on.
He had a song with that group Cherish and some other female groups.
But this is what I will say about. But this is what I will say about the South, that I think the South has done very, very well and figured out. One, how to really stick together and then like piggyback on each other to make their music stronger as far as their presence, if that makes sense. So, okay, you got somebody like, they run in a very tight circle and everybody's putting everybody onto a song. Everybody's putting everybody. So you keep seeing these same people, but the stuff they're putting out is really, really good. So it created like this almost Marvel team of rappers in the South versus you've got one or two rappers in Cali, one or two rappers who are popping in New York, but it's not enough or strong enough to go against the South. Because guess what? You've got Atlanta rappers who are working with rappers from Louisiana, who are working with rappers from Miami. Like all of that little cluster comes together sometimes. Whereas in New York, it's not like that. It's either just New York, because I mean, I don't know anything about Jersey. And then if you got LA, then you just got LA, or you got Compton or something like that. It's not the states didn't like mix up, you know what I'm saying? Or the cities didn't mix like that. But down here, it's nothing for people to collab. Look at how when Wayne transitioned from New Orleans to Miami, now all of a sudden you've got this crazy collab and this whole new relationship with DJ Khaled that's strong as hell. You see what I'm saying?
See, and DJ, I'm glad you brought up him, because that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think Atlanta's got like the belt, and they've been to the finals, you know, X amount of years. But Miami had a few teams that made it to the finals.
Jesus.
You know, with DJ Khaled, Rick Ross.
Khaled is the glue in Miami.
I think LA's made it to the finals.
And that's what I was gonna say. I wanted to get into that.
Kendrick Lamar's.
So M16 kind of shifted the conversation. I wasn't necessarily trying to get this to be all about Atlanta, because I really was gonna gloss over that. I wanted to talk about all the other cities that have had, not for real. I wanted to talk about all the other cities because it really is unspoken. It doesn't need to be said. It's kind of one of them kind of things. Okay. I wanted to talk about
shout out Migos, shout out Young Thug,
Future,
Future. You know, all them people
they've kept it alive. Yeah, man. But I want to
LA.
Yeah.
LA had their TDE run. That's what I call it.
Y'all ain't even mentioned St. Louis yet. Nelly and the St. Lunatics,
Nelly
and D12 Midwest had like, well, D12 is Detroit, but it's still Midwest.
I'm trying to think of the group that made Rocky Hips. They St. Louis too.
Actually, you know what? They did have
the group that made Rocky Hips.
Talking about Crime Mob, that's Atlanta.
Crime Mob's Atlanta? Really?
Yeah, that's Nuck If You Buck.
So wait, wasn't one of the members from St. Louis? Like the one that just died recently?
Maybe he was born there, but they was all from College Park.
See, I thought they were a St. Louis group, because one of them that was in that group, he ended up dying recently. He got shot recently.
Lil J.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know.
Producer. Lil J.
But he had been down here so long. I mean, once they come down here and they get popping, they claim it.
Maybe his name's Huey. Does Huey?
Nah, that ain't the same. You talking about Pop Lock and Drop It, Huey?
Yeah.
He was from St. Louis. That ain't Crime Mob though. Rocky Hips is Crime Mob. So who's that?
Which group is that then?
Rocky Hips is Crime Mob.
Okay.
No. Pop Lock and Drop It.
That's Huey. That's him by itself. He was a solo rapper.
I got a question for you, Khujoe.
I thought that was a group.
So
yes, sir.
You were saying just now about the long, lucrative run that the city of Atlanta or the state of Georgia, however you want to put it, Atlanta specifically had a run. So, and I guess we could ask this to everybody, who would you feel like would be the strong second? I mean, we talked about NOLA, but we shrank that down to, let's say there was a 3-year run from the biggest artist out of there, which is Master P. So who would be second?
I would say second is New York. I mean, they had the 80s all the way up until Cali.
I was going to mention G-Unit for sure, because G-Unit had a solid run.
And Jay-Z, Rockefeller. He was really popping with a lot of, he had a couple of good strong artists. I mean, they didn't last, some of them, but I mean, they had a tight run neck and neck with Atlanta for a minute. It was kind of like
but I feel like a lot of that was top heavy for New York, because like Jay-Z at the time, he had J. Cole on his label, and those two were basically just carrying it. Like they had other people, but it's like if those two weren't making none, like they really weren't up there. Whereas like I feel like with the Atlanta new wave, like Future, Migos, Young Thug, I feel like they all came out at the same time, and it was just like.
So can you qualify it as a wave or an era if it's just one artist from that city kind of carrying it? So like I'm gonna use the example like Rich Boy. That's the only person from Alabama that I can think of. Rich Boy had like a good summer and a half, summer or 2, where he was kind of really, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing.
I guess you would call it like a moment.
Yeah.
More than anything.
But I'm saying
it wouldn't be an era.
But is that a moment for Rich Boy or is that a moment for Alabama?
Well, like
there wasn't nobody else from Alabama coming out.
him like that.
So that's typically why I say I don't qualify it as an era for that city or era.
No, I think it's a moment. Like, I think if you can hold it down.
Yeah.
So like a group.
Anything over a year solid.
No, you gotta have at least more than one artist come out your state for it to be a run. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just that one artist that blows up. Like if somebody came out right now from Nebraska, like Nebraska ain't having no run in hip hop. That one artist is just popular.
Yeah, they're just popping right now. Cause think about it, they held Nicki is quote unquote from New York, but she wasn't repping New York. You know what I'm saying? Like they had no female rappers out of New York until Remy came back from prison. Like they was holding her down so
Nicki
hard.
claimed Queens hard.
Yeah, Nicki claimed
No, but she
New
signed York. But she signed to Young Money, so she's claiming Miami too. Like she's from New York, she rep it, but it don't count because she's not rocking with New York like that. You see what I'm saying? She rocking with
I don't think who you signed to got
New York.
To do with
New York, you got Cardi B, you got
Cardi B because
A Boogie, Lil Uzi.
Who is Cardi B signed to?
I don't remember, but
I'm not sure, but she repped New York hard. So
she repped New York.
Nicki repped Queens like super hard. That was all part of her.
She
first
repped Queens, but when it count for like,
is it about where you from or what you repping? Because I mean, we talked about Wayne, where it went to this part where he was synonymous with New Orleans, and then it was just kind of like you kind of forget about that fact that he was from NOLA because he just sort of stopped talking about it.
I think to Khujoe's point, like if you from the same city at the same time, that's how it qualifies. Because like
but you gotta but whose team are you on? That's the thing, because at some point, no, I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I'm saying yes, Nicki rep New York, but when it comes from when we're talking about whose team is holding it down, her team is from the South, and that's where she is being pushed from, marketed from. She's not being marketed from New York. She's being marketed as a Young Money artist from Miami. That's her team. Drake and all of them, they coming from Florida.
Young Money is New Orleans though. That's
it's
Wayne.
New Orleans, but when my cousin them moved to Miami, they started repping Miami. They rep both, but they're well known now for just being in Miami.
I get what you're saying, but like, you know, to your point, Nicki was kind of on an island by herself. Like, she's from New York and everything, but like, there was really nobody else from New York. I mean, maybe you could say Jay-Z, but like,
so Drake.
There was really nobody else that.
So Drake don't rep Canada or Toronto. He's from Miami.
No, what I'm saying is he reps Canada, but if you're looking at what team he played for when it comes to music, he's repping Young Money.
Well, look, to what Khujoe was saying was, so does that mean that Canada had a run because Drake has been basically on for like 12 years?
So Canada had a run because there's been more than one Canadian artist. Yeah, because Tory Lanez, Tory Lanez from Canada. The Weeknd is from Canada.
Yeah, they got a lot of artists from
Canada.
That's
a run. That's an era by itself.
Yeah,
Toronto is very well represented.
Gave them much more respect because Drake put them kind of like on the map. Like he repped up front Canada because a lot of the other artists, they may have been from Canada, but it wasn't necessarily well known unless you looked it up that they were from Canada. If that makes sense. Like I didn't know Tory Lanez was from Canada. I knew he kind of like repped New York a little bit, but Tory Lanez being from Canada, and I didn't know that until they was trying to deport his behind. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's Canadian. What? Yeah. Tory Lanez is Canadian? I thought he was from New York.
It's about what? It's about 5 of them, man. I know Drake, Tory, and The
Weeknd, and Party Next Door, Nav,
P&D from Decatur.
What?
P&D from Decatur.
Well, I guess I'm
this just keeps proving like Khujoe.
Khujoe was like OVO, so that's
let me make sure. But last I checked, P&D was from Decatur.
Khujoe, did you like Diva?
Did you come up with this topic off the top of your head where he's like, you know what, Atlanta needs some props, and you just keep pulling them out. I mean, it's amazing, man.
He from Canada.
Man, you see that?
Canada. Wait.
You see that? Come on, man. Come on. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Yeah,
man, that's crazy.
I thought
so. Anyways, Toronto crew, Drake.
Yeah.
Weeknd,
so yeah, you count
Nav. Party
Justin
Next Door.
Bieber apparently is Canadian. And I forgot about that.
He is Canadian. Justin Bieber and Tory Lanez. So that's a good 6. That's a solid lineup.
Damn.
Because Nav is nice. I know a lot of people don't really like listen to Nav like that. But
I didn't know Nelly Furtado is Canadian. I miss her.
I wish we had more time to.
Yeah, but she was an era by herself.
Show
she really was. Nelly Furtado, man.
That was an era by
man. She was, and like she had a baby, and then she just didn't come back after.
Yo, that's crazy because the same thing happened to MIA.
Yeah, she had a baby. When she did try to come back with like one song, it just was not the same.
No. She came back on a Travis Scott song.
So what about Memphis?
like last month.
Memphis was a run. Memphis
was a run.
They had an old school with 3 6, and then A-Ball.
They held that down. That's true.
But now they got a new era too, because you got Moneybagg Yo, you got Gotti. You got
Dolph and
Black Youngsta.
What's the other little boy name?
Juicy J still making music.
Block Boy JB.
Block Boy JB. So they got like a whole new crew and era, and they rep Memphis hard. Trust me.
Yeah, Memphis is
living there for 3 years. I knew all the motherfuckers was from Memphis. I knew because they let you know.
You can listen to at least 4 of them sound the exact same.
Pretty much.
For sure, Black Boy, Black Youngsta,
and Moneybagg Yo all sound the same.
Moneybagg Yo different. I feel like he got his own flow. But Black Boy JB,
you play
for sure,
3 bars
from
Moneybagg Yo and then play 3 bars from Dolph. They sound incredibly similar.
I lived in Memphis for 3 years. I heard all of them more than the normal person should probably listen to. Okay, Moneybagg Yo is a little different than all of them. I feel like he's Yo Gotti, he's got his own.
I mean, Yo Gotti is definitely different. He's got a very unique sound.
Trying to think if we missed anybody. My bad, but shout out to 21 Savage. He's definitely in the Atlanta group. Don't want to disrespect him.
Is he though?
Look, we know he not from here, but he live here and hang out with all the people.
If Usher can claim from being here, then he can claim it too. Then
yeah,
because Usher fits in a group from Atlanta, but he wasn't born here. So,
but I think we had this conversation before, where there's like some of the top people from that claim Atlanta ain't really from Atlanta. Usher, Sierra, Ludacris.
They're not born here, but I think because this is where their career popped, that's what they're gonna give homage to.
Where's Sierra actually from?
Like Germany. She's an army brat. She was born in like Germany, and then she moved to California. I think then she moved to Atlanta.
Yo, I was today years old when I found out that Ludacris was not born here.
Yeah, I think he was born in Chicago or something like that. Waka Flocka was born in New York, then he moved to Riverdale.
Chicago had a run with Chief Keef and the drill music.
They did.
They actually got a new wave now with Lil Durk.
I was about to say Durk them still carrying the drill sound a little bit. Would you count Shauna and Common and all them in the run? Because
for sure. I mean, Chance the Rapper is definitely part of that new wave.
Okay. Let me not say run because excuse me. In order for it to be a run, they all got to be out at the same time. Common to Shauna to Drill to Chance. There's some gaps in there.
There are.
Yeah,
some of them gaps.
I would
say
some
of them gaps will be
Kanye's
Shauna.
Is probably the most extended.
What has she done?
She had that head song.
All right.
Ludacris is from Illinois. Champaign, Illinois.
Name 3 more.
Champaign?
He got his car stolen from Midtown recently, so he's an Atlantean, okay?
Y'all better stop leaving your cars running. That's how they stealing them. That makes no sense.
That's literally 99% of like car thefts. Like nobody's pointing the gun to your head at the red light telling you to get out the car. Nah, you left your shit running and now somebody done jumped in. You idiot.
I never think to leave my car running. Like people
be trying to warm their cars up. Like, nigga, you in a 2018
Midtown
like,
of all.
This isn't 1997. You don't need to do that.
I got a good random.
That's
my
hilarious.
random. No, let's not talk about that no more.
Okay. So we can talk about Khujoe.
Any groups that we neglected to not talk about
for like their city's run. I still feel like we didn't harp enough on St. Louis. The St. Lunatics had a good strong run.
They really did. I want to say early 2000s. Like, well, no.
Okay, can we name them just for educational purposes? You got Nelly, Murphy Lee.
What's the other dude name? Mo. Nelly, Murphy Lee, Mo, and it's one other dude. I don't know his name. The dude
I
that
would
wore the
consider
Jason
it a
mask.
run, but I feel like it was super duper duper top heavy.
I just remember they was on NBA Street, but I don't remember his name though.
I would, a lot of that was carried by Nelly. Murphy Lee had a couple songs, couple features.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the same without Nelly though, honestly. He helped.
Let's also not forget, Diddy definitely part of that New York wave.
Oh yeah, that's true. When he was making money,
we can't even talk about the New York wave. There's too many people to name because they.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They had the market corner. That's if you didn't live there. Or
I'm just trying to make sure we acknowledge those people before we get angry comments in the video.
Yeah, no, I think New York is kind of another one that's kind of a given. You don't necessarily have to name all them people.
Yeah. Well, some people argue with you that New York is probably holding the championship belt.
Nobody could argue that.
Look, hey, let me play devil's advocate.
I know how to get it.
Y'all just so quick to attack.
Nobody can argue that.
No, I'm not saying.
There's some strong New York podcasters, Joe Budden and like Noriega and a couple other Funk Flex. I think have all admitted DJ John was from Philly, but all admitted that Atlanta has had the longest run out of anybody.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And Buttons is a very difficult, stubborn person. So
I'm trying to think. We did Texas. We did Cali.
We talked about Houston.
We talked about Miami.
Did we talk about Miami? I don't think we talked. We mentioned it, but we didn't name artists.
We talked about it. It's probably more of a Florida thing because you had T-Pain, Rick Ross, Flo Rida.
Yeah, I was gonna say Flo Rida had a good run.
Well, I was gonna say you can't start that off, but I'll mention Trick Daddy first because he first kind of Trick Daddy first kind of.
Are we counting Pitbull though? Because
Pitbull definitely counts. Pitbull counts for sure.
Yeah.
But there was also a gap there. So between Trick and Trina up to T-Pain and Flo Rida, it was
well, you got to think about it. T-Pain started making music like 05, 06.
Yeah. And
so wherever I don't know where that ended. But
I'm talking about Trick started like 99, 98. So
because T-Pain, Rick Ross was just getting there because Rick Ross was like 05.
Yeah.
Rick Ross been around longer than. He's been around longer than 05.
He was featured on some of Trina early stuff.
Yeah, her early stuff in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Before he started
Look, y'all can say that all y'all want, but let's be honest. It really started when Port of Miami came out. So let's stop.
Yeah. Okay? First of all, Port of Miami.
Y'all can't even name the features of the songs that he was on.
No,
let's just start with Port of Miami, then move on.
I'm just saying he was out there. It's not like he was looking at Rick Ross at that point saying, "Hey, you know what? That guy's gonna be a."
Songs. I'm interested to hear.
Don't be using my logic against me. We just telling you he was out.
I'm just saying. I'm
the one who called folks out and tell them to name songs, not you, Easy. Me.
Name 3 Rick Ross features before he came out with Port of Miami, M16.
Yeah, I don't play this game because I would not.
So, like I said, his moment began Port of Miami, Push It. Or Every Day I'm Hustling.
Yeah. That album was great.
That album, I broke it. I had that album on 3 different devices. Okay, we had the little
Push It to the Limit was so underrated. That sample was fucking amazing.
Great song. We need to do a few retro reviews. I don't know who we could pick, but we need to go back and revisit the album from back 10, 15 years ago, listen to it again and see how it feels today. Did it age well? how does it sound? We should pick one and just do it. Well, why don't we?
Man, we got too many things on the list. We need to get some of these things off the list first before we just.
we do got a lot of ideas floating out there.
We got a lot of stuff on the list, and we ain't even like scratched.
And ain't nobody even keeping track of the list. M16's supposed
to be. I
got two here. I got two here. So, once we get these two off the list, then we can, all right, start with other ideas.
But I do like that idea of seeing how well. We got to call it something about aging. Did it age well? Is the name of the segment or something like that?
Yes.
Back to the lyric. Back to the future. Back to the lyric.
That's not bad. That's a good start. That's a good start.
It could use some massaging.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just want to mention real quick, Flow Rider.
It wasn't bad. Back to the music.
Had a very impressive era that lasted way too long.
I hated him, bro.
And yet he was still successful.
Who was that? Easy.
Flow Rider.
I didn't know. Man, look.
But Flow Rider had a whole different type of audience. He didn't have the typical.
It's okay. You can say it. You can say who his audience was.
He was marketed to white people.
He was marketed to white people, and he was marketed to the club.
I'm gonna keep saying it. Club music. Them check cash.
Fist pumping. Hey, club music.
That's not a shot. My point is, his era lasted so long, longer than it should have, because of who he was catering to.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I think he found a niche, and I think he kind of fell into it at the time. But then, guess what? There was really nobody in his lane. It was great.
No disrespect. Like,
nah.
I feel like he was. I feel like he was just a Floridian Nelly.
Yeah.
You know what? That feels right.
Yeah.
But I think I read something where he had been in music before. And I don't know if he still had that name Flow Rider, but before he got popular, he's one of those dudes who
he went as a different name. He had a different name and then he changed it to Flow Rider.
I think he was popular before, but then like it just kind of fizzled, and then he came back out, and then this popped and took off, and he just with that. But I think he stopped making music because it was a situation with the label, and you know how that go. They kind of stopped.
Well, for the sake of argument, his era legitimately started. Can't think of the first song off the top of my head right now, but it was low. It was like a good 08 to like probably 2013. He had like a good 5-year run.
Yeah,
for sure.
He made a lot of money.
I agree 200% with the era that he's just said for that, because like 08 to about 12 or 13. I mean, because they was putting his stuff in like, it was in movie trailers.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Commercials.
Movies, commercials.
We really 12 or 13 for real?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was in, look, again, I lived it. High school. They played the fuck out of
I would agree.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying when they stopped playing. I'm not saying when they stopped playing low. I'm talking about when he was still able to drop a new song. And
he was still making.
I'll give him that.
Song with Robin Thicke. He had some other features like
he had hit a I give him that one. I mean,
but this is the thing. He started getting into one. He wasn't like radio mainstream. He was niche mainstream, which means he started doing raves. He started doing like those big parties, like summertime parties. Like, I mean, he was just like that guy. Like anytime there was a big festival or something, Flow Rider's there. So, he's making dumb money. That's not radio stuff. That's not music video stuff. That's like show up for appearance stuff. And he was really, really heavy in that. And that's why we didn't really hear about it. What's that?
Damn. What's that? That era is longer than we thought. His era was really 07 to 2015.
Damn.
What song came out in 2015?
My House.
Yeah.
Welcome to my house. Play that music too
loud.
What came out in 14?
I mean, I'd have to go back and look, but that song was like a chart topper.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
I feel like he was silent before that, but
Going Down for Real. That's 2014 with Sage the Gemini.
How'd that one go?
Or I'm gonna add
It's
a whole
going
lot
down for real.
I'm gonna add a whole. I'm gonna add a whole lot of
It's
crickets
going
in
down
post
for
production.
real.
You heard me, Khujoe?
I was about to say that one blew me. And look, I don't listen to a lot of what the kids listening to today.
Look,
I've been a
look. They,
yeah.
White high school, white college. They played a lot of this at the parties. Okay,
I got you.
Yeah,
more in tune with this than I want to be.
He's just saying, I'm not trying to be the advocate for it, but it's what I remember, Dave.
yeah.
I know.
Just like if they ask me, hey, what is the one song that you remember, or like the two songs that you remember that automatically bring you back to college? That damn Light song by Ellie Goulding, and that fucking Love song by Future and Rihanna. Like those two songs, I hear them, I'm thinking I'm back in college. Like they
oh
played
my
the fuck out
god,
of
y'all,
those
we
two songs.
totally didn't talk about the Yin Yang Twins.
Again, you don't have to talk about everybody from it. It's just too many. You'll be here forever.
There's too many. There's too many from Atlanta. Y'all don't
It's
even.
too many.
We didn't even mention.
Boy, they
Outkast
killed the game with. Oh, we didn't even. Yeah, another.
I'm saying look, we don't have to name them. This is too many.
No, but it's that is why
rich kids,
we
get
are.
into Travis Porter. We get into all the underground people who might have.
Khujoe is like,
Travis
look.
Porter was ATL. Hold on.
Khujoe's like, look.
Serious question.
Oh, man.
Travis Porter was ATL.
Yes.
He's like, our sports teams don't win anything, but this hip hop and music thing, we got this one.
Right.
We got
they got all
the
We only have a sports team because of the music.
Why is it?
I just want to say something about Travis Porter real quick. Travis Porter walked so Migos could run.
Yeah, that's very true.
They started that shit.
I would take that a bit farther, and I would put Travis Porter in the top 2 strip club king of all time. I don't know who's number one.
I don't know about strip club, but definitely like party bops and shit like that.
I mean,
they definitely up there.
They made twerk.
Well, the same shit.
That's it. Yeah. So strip.
They
strip
do
club,
not get enough credit. I hope they
don't.
got paid what they deserve.
Yeah, they don't
but
get
Travis
enough credit
Porter literally walked so Migos could run and rule the world.
Yeah. I don't know
16,
who else
you know who Travis Porter is?
Them for strip club music.
Hold on, 16. Do you know who Travis Porter is? Do you think it's one person or a group?
I don't know, man.
This is the most quiet 16 has ever been during a music.
Look, let's take it back.
Topic.
Let's take it back to the 90s so he can have something.
So he can include it.
Doggy style.
He's like staring at the screen like an old man. Like,
excited yet?
Yeah, I don't know who any of
I was
these
like,
people are.
You getting excited?
Yeah, he's looking at it like, I don't know.
Mary?
Hey, so
let's talk. You want it?
Let's talk about 93 till infinity. What were you doing in life when that song dropped?
Wait, and what song?
How do you
93 till infinity.
How do you feel?
More crickets.
Doom, 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 doom.
I really thought you were gonna just play the doom, doom, the doom song. I was like, dang, not the Grave March.
Look, pull it up on your phone right now and play it out loud on the speaker.
Shout out to Travis Porter. I'm just throwing
I'll do it. You take it too long.
Well, I just grabbed my phone.
Siri, play 93 till infinity.
Hopefully you two don't act like a little bitch and try to.
I'm upset that you didn't recognize that song.
Yeah, no.
Wow. I'm surprised. That song's been sampled like at least 1 million times.
His Captain America shirt is not giving him powers right now.
No, it's not. It's not.
Damn.
Wow.
It could be because he's got that hat on. I just noticed that for some reason. It all was blending together, but
let's give M16 the floor. Who do you want to discuss? Let's just open the floor.
We have dominated for the last 45 minutes.
Or do we just jump to the snack plug?
Yeah,
we should.
No. Let's give him at least 5 minutes to talk about the hip hop that he wants to talk about.
No.
Listen, look, MC, we want to give you some time to discuss the hip hop that you want to talk
He
about.
always discusses the hip hop he wants to talk about.
But I'm saying it's not that I wasn't engaged in the conversation, but when you started naming something.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We want to give you the opportunity to feel a part of the discussion, because that way you can name drop some people that you know. So just throw some names out there.
But I did. We've been talking about hip hop for like the last hour and a half. I mean, I don't have to jump in about, West Coast stuff from the. Okay, there's this common misconception on the show that all I listen to is just shit from the 90s, which I don't.
It's just about to say.
Why do we have that
talk about West Coast stuff from the 90s?
Wait, what did you say?
Where does he go? I said, and how did we get that misconception, sir?
Well, since I've been told that I'm the show's resident old guy, which, I wear that badge of honor with pride, but I don't just listen to just, shit from 1996, He
also listens to 96 and 95 and 94.
He also dabbles in a little 1999 when he's feeling, young.
After he had a couple glasses of Pinot, he dabbles to the
Dr. Dre solo career creeping into the 2000s. Yeah.
Well, now we're talking here, but Khujoe, man.
A little bit of Still Dre creeping in there, like, I'm keeping up with the young kids now.
I don't know. You're getting me started up here.
Tolerating Eminem because of who he's affiliated with. Huh?
Look,
right.
Well, look, check out this segue. Speaking of M&Ms and things that are snacks, Khujoe, do you? No.
That wasn't. I didn't like that one. I didn't.
Damn it, man.
I gave him the finger. So
come on, damn man.
That's okay. That's fine. Oh,
damn.
Hold on. Let me.
You don't have to because 16 can make it happen later, so you don't even have to put it on the screen.
I got you. All right, cool.
And I gotta stop talking in third person like I'm not sitting here myself.
That's fine.
That's what old people do. Talk to themselves in third person.
Oh, Diva, you always know what to say.
I know, right?
Just beautiful.
Such the charmer.
So, Khujoe, the king of the snack, what we got on deck this week?
I'm gonna talk about the Oreo Brookie.
Go on.
Oh, okay. I thought I was having theme music, so you ain't all that in post. All right, cool.
Yes.
So, Oreo, as we all know, has been at kind of the forefront of innovative snacks. They always are releasing new flavors and new combinations of Oreo cookies, and one of their most recent, and I would dare say, most anticipated Oreo cookie was called the Brookie. And if you don't know, a Brookie is a combination of a brownie and a cookie, hence the brr and the ookie. So Oreo came out with their own rendition, which is the regular Oreo cookie, the regular, chocolate Oreo wafers, 3 layers of cream on the inside. You've got brownie flavored cream, you've got cookie dough flavored cream, and then you have the regular Oreo cream. Now, again, this is highly anticipated. I got tagged in it. I stopped counting at 12. So 12 different people tagged me in this when it was kind of first announced, and then just kind of kept my ears to the snack streets, you know what I'm saying? Like what people were out there buzzing about. And the Brookie was very much anticipated, highly anticipated. And I wasn't that impressed. It was a good Oreo, but for it to be, as I would say, conceptually, one of the better concepts of Oreo flavors, like the cherry colas and all these other ones that they kind of drop. It's like, I get what you're doing, but conceptually, if you're talking about something that just kind of piques your interest, of Brookie, the brownie cookie dough Oreo layered, triple layer, it was there, but the flavor wasn't. Like I said, it's not nasty. It's definitely good, but you just don't get all those flavors when you first bite it. The original wafer and the cream and all that kind of stuff just it overpowers everything else. So you really don't taste the brownie and the cookie dough cream until you eat like 5 or 6 of them. Not that many, but you do have to eat a couple before you really start kind of tasting the other flavors. But I still want to plug out to it because again, it's some more Nabisco Oreo innovation, and it is a good Oreo cookie. It will not knock you off your socks, but you will enjoy it. Oreo Brookie.
Well, there you go.
With the plug, I'm
Yes.
shocked though, man. Because on paper, the description that sounds like just an immediate home run.
Sounds like a win. Sounds like they got one. Like you don't have to make any other Oreo flavors except this one. And
it sounds like a layup. Yeah. So to find that you were not overly impressed with it, it's kind of shocking to me because that just seemed like one of these things that will be just bursting with you know, get the big time stamp of approval.
I would buy it. Like if I had to guess, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna run to the store. I'm gonna buy at least 5 or 6 cases of these because they're gonna stop. It's limited edition, so they're gonna stop making them. I want to keep these at the house, and I'm gonna stick these in the freezer. But nah, man, it was just a regular Oreo to me. It kind of, like I said, it was good because after I ate 3 of them, I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of start tasting kind of these other flavors, and also you can deconstruct it and eat it. So you can deconstruct it, eat the cream, and then, but
you say it didn't jump out at you like when you took that first bite. It wasn't like a for
life changing,
like a gym patty. If you know what
it wasn't like it was.
Diva's looking like what the hell's a gym patty?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I've been kind of like waiting for this day, but now that this day is here, I don't really like it because I'm like, I have yet to run across a snack that Khujoe just really had a little bit of a disdainment for. He usually is super excited.
No. Again, I don't.
He's like, it's okay, but it's nothing.
I wouldn't plug you to it if I didn't think you would like it. But this was one of the ones, like I typically don't have I try to go into everything with like lowered expectations. But
you never told us we had to eat 6 cookies before we get like the whole concept.
It didn't meet expectations.
Yeah, because this was one of the ones where I had high expectations. Like I'm like, oh, this is definitely going to be good. And then when it wasn't what I expected, then I was like, now had I gone into it with 0 expectations, it may have exceeded. But I got too excited.
Some of the other you've done multiple Oreo reviews and you've been kind of super they've met your expectations really, really well.
Yeah, so I'll give you you bring that up, I'll give you an example like maple. I didn't expect that I would like a maple flavored Oreo, but it was actually really good. Like it was like I was surprised at how well like the not vanilla, the lighter wafer, the not the chocolate one, but that wafer played into kind of the cream and stuff like that. So I went into it with the expectation that I wouldn't necessarily care for it that much, but when I liked it, I was like, oh, this is actually good.
And then you say, didn't they do the carrot cake one too, or was that someone else?
Nah, carrot cake.
No, he did the carrot cake. Yeah.
See, I pay attention, even though I don't really eat Oreos, but you made me want to try it.
Yeah. So this one, like I said, this was one of the ones I got excited about prior to eating it, and when it, so I know for next time.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So,
Khujoe,
would you say that instead of having your ear to the mud, you have your ear to the pantry?
Yeah, I have my ear to the dough.
Oh, there you go.
I have my ear to the batter.
Man.
But man, it's good. It's good. I want everybody to go try it. But like I say, if you bite into it and it tastes like a regular Oreo, then I told you so. But then eat like 2 or 3 more, and then you'll be good.
Or just twist the thing apart and just lick the brownie part off and try it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you deconstruct it, you're in a good spot. But if you just
go with that. If you want to watch your calories, just deconstruct it and try it. Scoop it out and see what's.
I'm pretty sure the calories still there even if you eat it in parts.
If I had to guess, that's probably the unhealthy part.
Eating the 1 versus by 6 or 7, you can taste it. That's all I'm saying. Just do the 1 cookie and get to business versus the 6 or 7. I mean, I'm sure that's pushing like maybe 300 calories probably.
Well, you know what never ever disappoints? Khujoe Snack Plug. Always entertaining, always learn something. Make sure and check out his YouTube page. Like and subscribe, please. We would appreciate that.
I have been catching up on your YouTube page, by the way, Khujoe, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. I've been procrastinating dropping more other non-snack related content, but I'm gonna get around to it eventually.
The one with baby girl is hilarious.
Oh, thank you. That's the other content. I got a lot more videos.
His sidekick, you guys have to watch his sidekick because she be off the chain, and I be laughing because what baby, whose baby requests Michael Jackson? These kids want Baby Shark. She's like seriously naming Michael Jackson songs that she wants to hear, like more than one.
Yeah, she'll name I want to hear Prince. I want to hear Billy Ocean.
Quality. See, people.
Billy Ocean,
Billy Ocean, bro. Like I'd be shocked because I'm like, I'm playing.
Your kid is definitely not listening to Baby Shark if she's naming Billy Ocean. That's not a shot.
Hold on now. She still like Baby Shark, but
yeah. I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Because like Billy Ocean's good, but like that's just kind of further down the line.
I mean, but most kids only know Baby Shark or something like it.
It's some adults that don't know who Billy Ocean is. Like
that's what I'm saying.
And
that's no shot at Billy Ocean.
Yeah, no, not at all. No
artist. But
this show is fantastic. We got a Billy Ocean reference.
I question people when they don't know who Billy Ocean is. I say that much. If I'm in like,
you should.
Like,
as you should.
Like what he's saying? Like, nah. See, now I can't trust you.
Nope.
So in the last couple of months, we have given Jeffrey Osborne and now Billy Ocean their flowers while they're still with us on the air. Thanks to Khujoe.
As they deserve.
As they deserve. All right.
Very much so.
So Khujoe plugging you to the snack and to music. So what do we got next here?
OGG.
Oh yes. One gotta go. All right, Easy. What are we gonna fight about this week?
So I was gonna actually let you pick since I sent you some of the photos. And you said that they were pretty good. Which one do you wanna just say the category and I can read them off from there. All right. But which one do you want to argue about 16?
Let's go to it here. All right. Give me just a moment here to scroll through here because we had several. You know what? Let's see. We're gonna go with I think the wing category is where I think we should head to this week here.
Wings.
Okay. Oh yes. This one's very good.
My Atlanta radar just went off. Wait a minute.
Yeah. So
right.
All right. So
it's fun. I literally just posted to my story about wing flavors like right before we started. Just like
this is not the cool thing about this one. This is not wing flavors. This is how you like your wings cooked. So
okay. All right.
We got 4 options. We got wet wings, grilled wings, dry wings, and crispy wings. So wet, grilled, dry, or crispy. And I just want to go ahead and say off the rip, grilled is staying. It's not going anywhere. It is here to stay.
Wait, so what's the difference between dry and crispy?
Yeah.
Crispy is like
I guess dry would be rubbed with something.
Dry would be like a rub, whereas crispy would be more like hey, I got these wings from the chicken joint on a party platter.
Like a really fried hard drumette, like the ones you get from Publix if you ordered a chicken platter from them. That type of crispy. This is based on the.
But I can order my hot crispy.
Yeah, so that's like, but see, that's different because those are breaded wings versus crispy is just fried a little bit harder. You see what I'm saying?
Got it. You talking about like Hooters
crispy?
Wings,
like breaded. There you go.
Breaded.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, that'd probably be the better word for it.
Let's do that. All right. So breaded, wet, dry, and crispy.
And grilled.
And grilled. Yep.
And we should still say crispy because crispy is like different than breaded. You go to American Deli and you say, I want them extra crispy. That means crispy on the extra.
But you can also do crispy and wet, because I do crispy and wet.
Ugh.
I'm going with wet. Wet is the last one to go, is what I'm trying to say.
Especially lemon pepper.
Yes.
I would agree with that.
For me, the one that has to go is wet. The rest of them staying for sure. Grill staying dry and crispy. They all three staying. So wet. I like my wings crispy with a little bit of crunch to it. So wet gotta go.
Oh my God, hell is freezing over. Because me and 16 agree on something.
You too, Diva?
Yeah, I hate wet wings. That is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I was actually about to say wet too, and then I thought about it, and I only like 1 or 2 wings with the dry rub on it, so I'm going with dry.
Khujoe is dumbfounded. He's a meme.
I just like his eyebrows are furred so seriously.
Hey, no, seriously, before Khujoe made that face, I was about to join y'all and say wet. And I was like, you know what? There's only 2 wings that I like that are dry rub. So I got to go with dry rub. Or dry, whatever you want to call it.
I'm okay with dry rub, but
first of all, you give me a breaded wing, I'm going to throw it at you. That's what's happening if you give me a bread. Like them extra thick, like where you done put an egg wash on it, like you trying to make buttermilk fried chicken, but on a wing. Nah, man, get that out of here. Nobody eating that.
Man. But what's the point of frying a wing and you're going to drench it in sauce and now it's wet and soggy? Like, why?
That's why you order it crispy and wet. You fry it harder so that it does not get soggy in whatever you're soaking it in. But additionally, once it does soak up everything, it ain't going to maintain the same type of crunch if it was dry, but it's still a crunch there, and it's not like just like leather in your mouth.
If you give me my crispy dry ones, then I can just pull off, and I'm horrible at eating chicken wings anyway. I don't even eat them that much.
If you're dipping it in sauce, then any sauce, then other than ranch, then that is definitely wet. You're just doing it in reverse. You deconstructed the wing.
But the only wing that's wet is the one I'm eating, not all of them.
Yo.
Because how do you heat that up?
What's going in your mouth is a wet wing.
He was dumbfounded. Like he couldn't believe I said that. But like I said, I want crispy wing.
Yeah, y'all ain't ordering wings from. Well, first of all, you're not ordering wings correctly, and you're not ordering them from the right spots.
How can we not order them correctly? Like if they make them in so many different ways.
I'm not saying that I won't eat them, because if you get like medium or mild or whatever wings, I'm not saying that I wouldn't eat them. I'm just saying if I had the segment is one got to go. So based on the first one.
There's a wrong answer here. You chose wrong.
That's funny, because that's usually my line.
that wet, wrinkly chicken skin can go.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, y'all are eating them raw. That's not how That's not how wet is supposed to be. You're supposed to order it either crispy and wet or extra crispy and wet.
I agree. I think if I had to, and I must be in trouble, but if I have to eat a crispy wet wing, it would have to be like that. Yeah. But the problem is, like, I never finish them. So what happens when I go to reheat it? It's gross.
Well, so
I reheat in the oven, of course, not the microwave.
First of all, you need an air fryer.
Yeah.
But lemon pepper wet the next day after it's soaked, because
it is amazing.
The real wet is like it's like drawn butter. It's like the butter you get when you order crab legs with like lemon and lemon pepper in. So it's basically butter and lemon pepper that your wings are floating in. So your chicken has absorbed butter overnight, and you warm it back up with the butter absorbed. Man, come on.
This is why COVID makes me so upset, because we should be doing like an actual group setting taste test of these preferences. That would be so much fun. Like that would be so great.
If I put you on my chicken spot and I ordered you lemon pepper crispy and wet, you wouldn't be saying wet right now. I tell you that much.
Is it the spot that was on ATL?
No. This is on Metropolitan. If you care to venture to
where on Metropolitan? I listen.
On Metro, right across from Kroger.
Hey, look, I'm sold because of the area.
Where on Metropolitan?
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. And we're gonna
A-Town Wings on Metro, or actually the one, because they got a few locations. the one on Bankhead or Donald E. Holloway or whatever, is also good. But my go-to location is A-Town on Metro.
You know what's funny? Because in Metropolitan, everybody was practicing social distancing with the bulletproof screen before it was a thing.
Yep.
Hey, also,
you was talking behind the glass.
Yep.
Shout out to Diva, because she made a great point that I feel like a lot of people do not realize. There are some things that you just cannot reheat in the microwave. It has to either go in the oven or the air fryer.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Your wings go in the oven. You know, I mean, if you really hungry, you can't wait. Yeah, the microwave will do. But if you want maximum taste, the oven is the way to go.
Yeah.
On 350.
The air fryer is the way to go.
Put it on 350. The default black people degrees. Every black 350.
Yes.
Well, first of all, before I got my air fryer, when I was doing the oven, I was putting it on broil at 525, put it on the bottom rack. That way it kind of crisp up a little bit more. Because baking it, you basically drying it out.
Drying it out, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the air fryer is definitely the way to go, man.
And I think all people, if you are going to dare call yourself any kind of cook, needs to own a cast iron skillet. It literally makes all your food taste good.
Well, you got to season it though, because you can't just buy one from the store and then just start using it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
you gotta break it in.
Thing. Yeah. That's a cultural thing, but I definitely have to season it. And if you would like to know how to season your cast iron skillet, we can send you an invoice via Cash App or PayPal.
We will teach you how to season your cast iron skillet.
We will teach you how to season your, shoot.
YouTube won't tell you, so don't even bother searching.
We can make it a service. Like, you know how people charge like $25 to jailbreak a Fire Stick? We'll charge you to season your cast iron skillet.
We will put you on. Oh my God, that would be so funny. Like, what if we got paid to like coach people with all of our different expertise on how to cook?
Or we could, in addition to providing the service, we could sell pre-seasoned skillets.
There you go.
We should totally do that.
Patent
pending.
Hey.
We said it, so it means you can't do it. Patent pending.
Yes, and this is dated, by the way. And I know how to set up sales funnels and all that other stuff. And also we all gonna take a part in this. Easy knows sales, and you also know how to season and sell. We all got the same skill set, so similarly.
And M16 knows how to knows 90s rap.
So he knows how to make sure.
So he's gonna come up with the jingle.
We don't violate any ethics laws or something like that. Yeah,
because you know exactly who we finna sell it to.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Our great customers.
And if you want to be a guest on the radio show,
the difference between us and other black businesses, we're going to give you good customer service.
Yes, because we all have a background in customer service.
Service with a smile.
JK, shout out to the...
Together, we're over 40 years.
Does this ring a bell for you? We're here for you.
Everybody stood up and played.
We got problems, man.
Speaking of which, did you ever get paid for that? Are they still using your video?
They probably are. I need
to ask Tiff if she can get her hands.
I'm literally like in one of the training videos like a bunch of times, and no, I did not see a dime of that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well, clearly you knew who we were working for.
That's a story. That's definitely a story for another time, because it sounds like you worked on something really hard at work, and
because it was hilarious how that got set up for real.
Man.
All right, so.
Well, okay, I'm just curious. I know we're running short on time. What was the other one got to go?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, we'd be here all night.
Yeah. One was like a apparel brands. Like,
he basically sent us.
I thought it was just two.
He basically sent the one got to go for like the next 8 weeks. So we got like 8 shows worth of one got to go.
All right, cool. So let's save it then.
So we'll definitely never run out of those. So I know we're getting into random here real quick, but we've been doing this whole time. Well, let's just do random, and we can get to that afterwards. But who wants to go first with their random rant?
I forgot what mine was. I had it earlier in the show.
Khujoe. Dang, what was your random?
I know, right? I forgot. What were we talking about?
I can go while you think of it.
I lost it. It's gone.
So I don't know how to say this without getting slapped, but older Black women, y'all be very opinionated and loud to where we can hear you and acting like y'all want a box, but then y'all keep walking like we ain't hear you. So I just want to know if y'all want to fight or what's going on, because I had a situation that happened and the lady said it loud enough to where I heard her, but then when I turned to look, she was just pretending to walk her dog and kept going. So I was just like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Sound like fighting words to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like older Black women, they be saying their opinion out loud.
Yeah.
And then like look at you like, yeah, I said it. So what? What's up? What's up? Like, so I just give y'all the backstory real quick. I'm at my apartment. I said, damn, I forgot my headphones in my truck. Now, granted, it was like, 30, 40 degrees outside. And I had on a shirt like this and some shorts. So I put my Crocs on, like, and I'm just going right there. So I ain't putting no jacket on, and I just went out there. So this lady out there walking her dog, and she go, that boy out there with just some shorts on, he know it's too cold for that. I look, and she was like, walking the dog. I'm like,
okay, hold on. Now,
hey, hold up.
Now that's not fighting words. I thought it was something else. That's definitely not.
Nah, but she was with a friend, Khujoe. She was trying to show off in front of a friend. It was two of them.
Yeah.
So easy gonna be out there fighting old Black ladies.
I'm not saying I'm gonna fight them. I'm just trying to understand why y'all so loud and opinionated. Do y'all want us to hear you, or are you just thinking out loud and you don't know it?
Oh my God.
I was trying to remember Khujoes. We were talking about music, and
God, what y'all were talking about food, music. Damn, I said that was my random, and we were going to talk about it. Oh, the challenges. Something with the challenges.
Oh yeah, the challenge. Was it the challenges?
It was around that conversation.
I don't think so.
Oh, was it the conspiracy stuff that we were talking about when I said that I think that they're keeping track of? No, we walked through that conversation.
Yeah, we did. Well, N16 will let us know tomorrow when he watches back. And
crap! Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and you can save it for another time because I'll be, that's
man, I lost it.
Khujoe said because he the one that he be editing just like I do. We got to go back and watch everything in its entirety so we don't miss anything.
Yeah.
So that part. But
my goodness.
I'll go real quick. So women, Easy just mentioned something about women doing something. So this is not just Black women, this is just women in general. That women, you need to stop asking men to make the customer service calls because we never ask all the right questions.
Yeah, we're terrible at it.
Yeah, we ask what you tell. We ask what you tell us to. We don't venture into other stuff. So if we don't ask all the stuff you would ask, then you need to make the call. So if you say, well, did you call and ask them what the bill was? Yeah. Well, did you ask them such and such? Well, no, you didn't say that part.
We follow the script, but it's the follow-up questions that always get us because they usually ask a question that we did not prepare for.
I feel like that doesn't even stop at customer service call. I feel like that's any conversation because like your missus could ask you to call me and ask me something, and then you ask me that question, and then you get your answer and you take it back to her, and then she'll be like, "What did you ask me this?" Nah, you didn't ask me to ask him that.
Yeah, you told me to ask Khujoe what kind of Oreos those were in the video. You didn't say, well, which one did he have in the third to last video last month?
Like, dog, did you ask him what he gonna do next?
Like,
it's the follow-up questions. It's always the follow-up questions.
A roundabout way to solve this, and I think it's just my employment background. I give a list of questions that I think need to be hit. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of helps because if y'all are only going to ask the one question, it's kind of like, okay, let me think of everything I really need to know. And if they answer this, then this.
But you're proving my point for me, Diva, is that if it comes to all that, if it's not just a question, then you need to make the call. Then that's basically what I'm getting around.
This is the problem. This is why we request that you guys make these calls, because men somehow never ever really understand how much goes into the little things that women do, and it's always just kind of like not intentionally not appreciated, but just kind of like, oh, it's not that hard.
I don't want to sound like a chauvinist, but look, just let me lift heavy shit and kill bugs. Just make the call, okay? Just pick up the phone and make the customer service.
Sometimes if we're juggling other stuff, we just want you to actually know what the hell's going on sometimes.
Sometimes
the only way you know is when you do it.
It's like a waste of time though, because there's some situations where they make you make the call, and then they right there next to you or over your shoulder, like trying to coach you through it.
That's true.
I would rather that, to be perfectly honest.
I'm not gonna lie.
At least there's no extra questions after it's already too late.
I've had
no. The solution is you make
just make the call. Just make the call. There's the solution.
Look, I'm
gonna be honest. Women have taken over. Listen, I have taken the phone from people before. I've been that person on the phone with a customer, and the wife just takes over the call, and the guy is just like, first of all, there's nothing more hilariously than a man scared to not ask the right questions. And I've had men say, I'm so sorry, but can you please hold on? My wife just walked through the door. I know I'm not doing this right.
You know that from the background that we come in, where these people are calling in about their payroll check, and it's like, well, let me let you talk to my wife. It's your check, dude. That's a different story. You know
why? Because sometimes y'all never pay attention to details, and the details is in the details.
And this is why you need to make the call.
Yes.
Look, I can't tell you in God, what was it 14 going on 15 years, I can't think of more than one instance where she's made a phone call. I'm talking about calling, ordering food, calling customer service, anytime you have to call and speak to somebody.
And now you trained at it, right?
No. Well, what I'm saying is that there's still some ambiguity around it. You know what I mean? Like, there's still sometimes, and it's not like it's a big thing, like I failed at it, because normally, I get to the root of what needs to be done, but there's still a follow-up questions or follow-up stuff that isn't always satisfied. And I'm like, it's kind of my thing. So at this point, if you want to do it, then M16.
Make the call.
Yeah. If you're going to sit there and coach me through it, you should have just called in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So who else did not give their random yet? I feel like
the two below me.
I'm above you in mine.
Yeah, and you here.
I know Khujoe's below me.
That's weird.
It is weird how it all arranges.
Yeah, because I'm always pointing to M16 and other people, like, because he's right there for me.
And
okay, because M16 is right here for me.
And you're here.
Diva's here, and you're there.
Wait, so Diva, where's M16 for you?
Up top to the right.
So he's right there for everybody.
Point
y'all down there.
So point everybody point
because
easy because
he's the host.
Okay, that's weird. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. I think my random is just about like, okay, two things about the whole dating during COVID thing. Like, one, okay, very, very interesting, very, very scary. And then like, cause kind of like I noticed some people are kind of just still like reckless with it a little bit, so to speak. It's kind of like, okay, people do online dating, but then they're actually like go meet up in person. It's kind of like, how do you know that person isn't caring? You know what I'm saying? Is that enough? That you used to have to worry about things when it goes to the next step. And now just meeting someone in public to go on a date is like the scariest thing now. And people are just doing it in droves, not to mention partying and doing everything else. So I'm kind of like over talking about COVID, but people just keep doing COVID-y like stuff. It's very interesting. That is pretty random, but it is what it is.
But that's the segment.
Pretty much. Like this whole new package up front you got to worry about catching.
Right.
well, Khujoe.
Very true.
But you can finish this sentence. But they should get tested. But what should they get tested for?
Everything.
Everything. What you got, brother?
I wanna just say that, you know, with the holiday coming up, you can refrain from telling everybody that you celebrate Valentine's Day every day, or you show love every day, or you buy flowers every day. You don't have to tell us that every year, because this holiday comes around every year. This isn't a one-time deal. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like every year, you don't have to be like, well, Valentine's Day should be every day, or I buy flowers when it ain't Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Kudos,
but like, shut the fuck up about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't just start that on Valentine's Day. If you do Valentine's Day every day, like on fucking September 13th, like just come out and just be like, I bought flowers today. Fuck Valentine's Day. Like, don't wait until Valentine's Day and everybody start piling on this, or Valentine's Day is every day kind of thing. Like, you don't be like, oh, I buy gifts every day. Christmas is every day. Or I eat candy every day. Halloween is every day. Like, you don't do that with any other holiday. Why Valentine's Day? Why ruin things for everybody?
That's not, at that point, it's not everybody's bright idea.
It's not.
Well, it is everybody's right idea.
You're not
everybody's
unique in saying that.
Yeah, you're not unique. Yeah.
And can I piggyback off of that random?
Yeah.
I just want to piggyback off of that random because I'm telling you right now, usually it's M16 that has the issues with what people post on motherfucking social media. Let me tell you something. Listen,
there's a new segment. It's called "Put Your M16 Hat On."
Right. Let me put my M16 hat on, which I don't wear regularly, and it doesn't quite fit properly anyway. It's a little tight. However,
made in Philippines.
If you're
probably
if you're not gonna celebrate it and you're single, can you please not complain about the fact that you're single? Like, that's not making anybody want to possibly be your Valentine. For you to sit here and bitch and moan about Valentine's Day for the next 13 days. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to post. Nobody wants these desperate attempts to try to find a random date just in a group on Facebook. Hey, we should all get together. It's not that serious. Like, go home, watch a movie, do something. It's a regular day. If you're not, it's treated like any other holiday that you don't celebrate. Just live your life. It doesn't exist to you. Watch a movie, go to sleep. I promise you, after you get off of work, it'll be over very soon, in maybe like 4 hours, maybe 5. I don't care, but Jesus, shut up about it. If you're not gonna celebrate it, if you ain't got no boo, you knew this day was coming, you should have had something set up at New Year's and had some kind of arrangement. But don't wait till February to try to kill everybody else's vibe because you ain't got nobody checking for you on your vibe. Okay, I'm just saying.
So they could be somewhere else when the boys don't call.
Hey, if you don't get no flowers, send it to yourself. Play pretend. I don't really care. Just don't talk about it. Sure would be nice. Oh my God, we're lonely for Valentine's Day. Let's have a group singles date.
And here's the thing: it doesn't have to be romantic. You can send Valentines to friends and family, or you can, you know what I mean? Like, you can trade.
What you mean, Khujoe send them a note like, "Here's your stupid Valentine. Shut the fuck up. Have a great day."
No, I'm saying, like, Valentine isn't just for romantic relationships. You can express love for non-romantic people. Yeah,
bro.
Like,
tell that to the girls that's posting that color purple meme talking about some anything come for me. Tell that to them.
I would just like for all of them to just be quiet and just stop posting.
Yes, because you was lonely on the 12th.
Holiday.
You was lonely on the 13th, and you'll be lonely on the 15th
because
too.
what is that holiday? Yom Kippur. I mean, there's the year's full of holidays that don't apply to us. So if
wait, did you just say Yom Kippur? I'm dead.
If the holiday doesn't apply to you, just keep it moving, keep scrolling.
And it might pop up on President's Day. Well, what about Prime Minister's Day? Or
what about Congress
Day or some other some other elected official day. Like, no,
this was the
you
most.
You can still eat the candy if no one sends it to you. You can still go buy it. It's fine.
This was the most random.
You're gonna go buy
segment.
it discounted anyway. So
this is the most random.
Buy
day
it the next day. You know,
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna go buy it February
20th,
discounted
after it's been sitting out for a couple days.
Nah, the next day, February 15th, you can buy it.
The next day,
they continue to discount it even more. So by the time like the 28th roll around, it'll be like
15 cents,
90% off.
I mean, if you really want to lie about it, you can go on Google and you can screenshot gifts and stuff, and then you can post it to your Instagram stories, and you can just fake it. But other than that, don't complain about it.
You know what? This random has been very helpful, if you will. Khujoe told us how we can express Valentine's Day in other ways, and Diva's telling us how the world can be finessed.
Yeah. You're doing it for the gram anyway, so
the randomness of random. Make the call. So does everybody have Diva had a good idea, because we haven't mentioned this the whole time, but we can do it right here at the end. Does everybody have some form of something they can raise up right now? Because we didn't mention it. I don't know how it slipped through or not, but this is the 100th episode of the radio show. We've done this 100.
I had been drinking mine throughout.
I've been drinking my water as well. Sorry.
So we're all going to do a virtual toast here. 100 episodes. We made it. This is cheers to 100 more. You guys
Wait a second.
That's
what
right.
Flavor is that?
It's the pineapple coconut.
There it is.
But what brand is that?
God.
What is it?
It's Body Armor. Easy put me on this. This shit is good. But
man.
I ain't want to get off super
talking about that pina colada Body Armor?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So
basically, where do you buy that from?
He's drinking a virgin pina colada right now.
It's pretty tasty. But I just wanted to say that
Publix, Kroger, Walmart. It's on the sport drink aisle.
We've been like Khujoe, Diva, and I have been through several incarnations of the radio. You include EZ, and then you had the jerk, you added in Tiki Blue, and we had we just kept this moving. We had a little bit of a break, and then we came back. But y'all, I said this before. I said to y'all, man, y'all the only people that I want to do this stuff with, man. It just fits. It just works. I love doing it. I'll do 100 more, 200 more. Love it, man.
Until the check comes, and they make you do one with Chameleonaire.
We won't be offended. Because you're going where the money resides.
Where the money
resides. Where the money resides.
Yeah. 100 of these.
And that's on who?
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired now. We've been entertaining for an hour, 2 hours, and
anybody else had any 100 episode thoughts or comments before we ride off into the sunset?
I'm just so excited that we're still into it and that we're pretty consistent and we're doing it for free.
But not for long. I feel like we about to really break through.
Yeah, but I love this time with you guys to just
robbing the bank.
Like collab and just, if it wasn't for this, I mean, our lives are kind of busy. It'd be so hard. And now with COVID crap, I mean, I just think this is like a really great stress relief for all of us. And then we get to have fun and be together. So I love it.
Yes.
To another 100 episodes.
Yes.
Bottle's empty, but here.
Yes, can is most definitely empty.
My favorite water.
Am I the only one drinking something actually alcoholic?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. My intentions were there, but I mean, it's about to be summertime.
I want to throw this in right here before we wrap up. The glorious return of the Aftermath this weekend. EZ, ATL Diva and I are going to be talking to R&B singer, Varo Vivitz, talking to her. She's from California. Looking forward to talking to her for sure. Talk about her music, her story. Varo Vivitz. So look out for that.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
Well, yes, definitely looking forward to it. Episode 101. I wonder if that's going to get any fanfare.
Just make sure you add like some kind of, pomp and circumstance while we're,
Well,
some fireworks, or do something with yourself edit wise.
We shall see, but we'll also see. Yep, something like that. All right, so another one in the books, y'all. Let's wave to the camera as we roll on out. Random objects. Catch y'all later.